the essentials, and caught a ride with a kind truck driver, who even reminded him to buckle up. They chatted the whole way, until Spivey dozed off and woke to find they'd finally arrived. When he stepped into the Smithsonian building, his heart was racing with excitement, but the receptionist froze when she heard his name. How could a 10-year-old have won the Baird Award? Still, she called the chairwoman, and when the woman arrived, she too couldn't believe it. The perpetual motion machine on display, admired by scientists from around the world, was built by this little boy. But then Spivey opened his mouth and said,
I just transposed the principle of an electron gravitating around the nucleus. But as you know, to simulate its perpetual motion would require the creation of a negative entropy, which is simply not possible.
The chairwoman was stunned. She immediately recognized his brilliance. Soon, she made him the face of the award ceremony. Polished, photographed, celebrated. When Spivey stepped on stage, the applause was thunderous. Nervously, he greeted the crowd and began, "You all have degrees and titles. I'm just an elementary school kid, so I don't have much to teach you. Just 3 things to say. First, thank you for not judging me by my age. Second, about my perpetual motion machine. It runs on magnetic force, but the magnetism will fade in 400 years. To build a true perpetual motion device, we still have a long way to go." His words struck deep. The crowd was amazed, inspired. Then, his tone changed. He spoke about his brother's death. How if he hadn't suggested recording that gunshot? His brother might still be alive. Tears filled his eyes, and the audience fell silent. Moments later, everyone stood and applauded, moved by his honesty and pain. But no one noticed the woman standing quietly in the back, Spivey's mother, watching her son through tearful eyes, filled with both pride and guilt. The chairwoman, however, saw an opportunity. She began pushing Spivey into interviews, events, and photo shoots. He was everywhere, but inside, he felt emptier than ever. He knew none of them really cared. They just wanted his fame. Then came the day of a live talk show. The host bombarded him with tough questions, just to boost ratings. Spivey froze. The audience waited in awkward silence. And then, his mother quietly walked onto the stage. Everyone gasped. What she said next would change Spivey's life forever. Want to know what happened next? Follow me. I'll tell you the rest of the story soon.